Hello, hello. It is a pleasant start to the week. We have some tranquil conditions, warm conditions, but I will flag that maybe a little bit of a roller coaster gets underway Wednesday onward. We're a little more stormy, a little less stable in our weather patterns. So we'll talk about one, if not two, slight wintry mix chances, though we currently lean more rain than not for Wednesday and Saturday. Those are the two times we could see a wintry smorgasbord briefly mix in with some rain. Can't rule out snow, sleet, freezing rain along with the rain Wednesday and Saturday. But we start warm and tranquil, a little bit cold perhaps on Wednesday, and then maybe a rebound in temperatures Thursday, Friday. And as you can see, maybe cool or cold again on Saturday. So we'll keep you posted at cwg.live. Anytime you need us, that's where we are. The Capital Weather Gang is also available at washingtonpost.com/weather. Hi, BV. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you want to look ahead already to the next work week, I'm happy to let you know that temperatures currently lean below average and precipitation has a decent chance for being above average. Now, do we see any strong signals with any certainty and high confidence for winter storms? No, we don't. But we think we have one, if not three, snow signal chances for a winter storm by the end of February. So keep your hopes up there. We have been kind of keeping you posted in recent days with our February outlook at cwg.live, and we think maybe the second half of the month leans a little colder, maybe snowier, and stormier at the very least. So we have plenty of snow season ahead. Chances for snow, we see some signals for snow, but as far as timing, track, amounts of any snow, way too early to say. And even now, we're kind of grasping at straws for this upcoming week. Wednesday and Saturday, maybe we see some flakes, but also freezing rain and sleet mix in with some rain chances both of those days. So we have to see where these storms ultimately track as we get closer. And of course, happy Groundhog Day. The groundhog, for entertainment purposes only, does promise 6 more weeks of winter. So there is that for folks like BV on X. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you want more winter, we could still see it according to the groundhog as well, but that's only non-scientifically for entertainment purposes only. All right, there's our latest at cwg.live, and here's an animation of the kind of up and down roller coaster temperatures this week. Wednesday and Saturday offer some cold temperature chances with precipitation chances as well. Does that mean with the rain we see some wintry mix, snow, sleet, freezing rain? It's possible, but we don't have high confidence in the storm tracks as it stands now. William, hello. Thanks for tuning in on Facebook. I'm glad you had followed the news on Pakistani Field today. David, good evening. And oh, Marie and Ruth Lisa, thanks so much for tuning in on Facebook. That's great to see you both. We've got Jess, Guara, Ellen, Elena on Instagram, and we've got the original Alone Wants More Snow on Instagram, and Lanam Polar Vortex, not directly or quickly on the way, no, but we could see kind of a different jet stream pattern by the end of this month. As I was saying a minute ago, we could get a little stormier at the end of February. So not only is there plenty of snow season ahead through March, we could still see snow typical in the DC area, climatologically speaking, but there is a pattern shift that with some signal for winter storms, if not Wednesday and Saturday of this week. Mainly rain events, it looks like as of now, but that could change. We still, even beyond that, especially into the end of the month, lean maybe more toward cold and precipitation overlapping in a better way for potential snowstorms, but far too soon to talk about specifics as it stands now. Anthro Hojon and Maljeeves and Sarah Brigg and Alix and Mikadia Durich and Jacis and Ambu and Hillary and Intuitive. Thank you so much for tuning in on Instagram. I'm on Facebook, X, and YouTube as well. All four of our social media channels tonight. Indeed, David, the groundhog did say another 6 weeks of winter. So he saw his shadow today. And that's for entertainment purposes only, but that does somewhat match temperatures for the upcoming work week as well. We start leaning a little bit below average as well. But let me put up the current work week ahead. We start warm, we start pleasant Monday and Tuesday. I think skies lean brighter than not. And then a chance for rain with some wintry mix on Wednesday. So far, accumulation of any appears very unlikely and appears very light, if anything. So we'll have to watch it, especially points along and north of I-66 or so have a slightly better chance of wintry precipitation. And then again, Saturday, we have a slight chance there as well. But let's not forget Thursday and Friday could be a little bit mild. We might even see some sunshine return, decent chance for sunny skies on Friday as well. So if you're looking for sun, let me show you Monday, Tuesday, and let's see, Monday, there's precipitation, but let me show you clouds really quick. Monday, Tuesday, and Friday might be the brightest days of this week. So keep that in mind. You're probably seeking, like me, still fairly short days of the year, though they are past the worst of the short days. We're seeking some sunshine in our area. And precipitation, you can see in this animation the chance for Wednesdays. Uh, wintry mix, right? We have kind of everything is on the table. It's pretty uncertain, though we lean rain right now. We can't rule out a little bit of snow, freezing rain, sleet coming in. Most weather models are leaning toward rain for Wednesday into Wednesday night, but we can't ignore this weather model. This is the American weather model, which I think for 2 or 3 runs now has been throwing into the rainy mix, some wintry mix and frozen precipitation. So Dwayne doesn't want any more snow. Hi, Gary. Thanks for tuning in from Portland. And Amanda, good to see you on YouTube. And Laura as well on YouTube. Appreciate you tuning in as well. You're very kind. And Tyler, you have some reason to hope for a snowier later February into March. Signals are there, but of course, the fine granular details remain to be seen if things can come together. But the atmosphere is kind of tipping its hat and saying, hey, we might have a little bit of cold and a little bit of precipitation. Maybe we can align those, says the atmosphere, but can't directly say that with high confidence just yet. William, indeed, ice is the worst. Hopefully, we don't see much of any freezing rain on Wednesday, but can't rule it out. Gary, very cold there in Maine, 18 degrees. Another 1 to 3 inches of snow tonight. Good to see you there in Maine. And indeed, David Pakistani Phil has told us for entertainment purposes only, we will have 6 more weeks of winter with his shadow being spotted this morning. Amanda, still a pretty low likelihood of ice. Stay tuned to CWG.live. Tomorrow we should have a better idea of the track for Wednesday. Hopefully, a tiny bit more confident on the track of Saturday's storm as well, but both of them have a little bit of cold air that wants to kind of shove itself against our portion of the mountains, the Blue Ridge and the Appalachians. So if we can see maybe cold air kind of eke southward because it can't move any further west than the Appalachians and Blue Ridge, we could see some cold air sneak down into central Maryland, central Virginia, and even the Tidewater portions of the area. So we'll keep you posted. Uh, it just takes a little shallow layer of cold air near the surface to create some freezing rain. All right, let's show you the wind for tomorrow is, let's see, right here. It's generally under control. I don't think wind is going to be really a story for this upcoming week, but with light breezes, generally speaking, for Monday and Tuesday, that aligns with some decent amounts of sunshine and very warm to mild temperatures, right? 50s, if not low 60s. I encourage you to get outside on long lunch breaks if at all possible. And here's the precipitation animation, just showing you that hint in one model. This is the American weather model, a signal for wintry precipitation mixing in with rain for Wednesday. And this could happen again on Saturday as well. So a little bit of a roller coaster this week. Warm and tranquil Monday, Tuesday, and then cold Wednesday. A little more warm again on Thursday, Friday. Perhaps even some sunshine on Friday. Could be has some chances for being a nice end to our work week. And then again for the weekend, we need to watch Saturday having some maybe colder air along with a storm tracking near our area. So far, lean rain. We lean rain for the precipitation type, but can't rule out a slight chance for wintry mix as well. All right. Let's see. Amanda, right now, if you're looking at the precipitation animation forecast for below in the American model, I can tell you green is rain and snow is blue. Freezing rain is more in that bright red, that the very eye-catching color there, and kind of the purple pink is sleet. And that's kind of just the point of being freezing rain is the most concerning. Doesn't take much freezing rain to cause some major problems. Lisa, indeed, good to see you. We've talked about how Phil saw a shadow today. David, glad you're having an outdoor lunch plan for Tuesday. Thanks for tuning in, G on X, and reporting in from Hampstead this evening. And David, I right now the ice is leaning toward late Wednesday into more likely Wednesday night as it stands now. But we'll keep you posted at cwglive.live as we get closer. But thanks for tuning in, everyone. I'm Camden Walker for the Capital Weather Gang. Anytime you need us, we're not only at WashingtonPost.com/weather, but type in cwg.live to any of your your devices, and you'll go right to where we try and keep information outside of our paywall, just some quick updates for you. But we do have longer articles that we have put up there as well for you as well. And let's see, Amanda and Katz, thanks for tuning in. Yes, I don't like too many clouds this time of year with with the fairly brief day length between sunrise and sunset. So I like to focus on brighter skies Monday, Tuesday this week, and maybe again on Friday. But it does get cloudier and unsettled again Wednesday and maybe Thursday, and then again Saturday. Saturday's the next chance for maybe some wintry precipitation mixing in with the rain, as we are maybe looking at for Wednesday into Wednesday night as well. All right. I have got Amanda. You're most welcome. Thanks for tuning in on YouTube. And David is asking about the drought. Happy to tell you it's still mainly a severe drought for DC and points eastward in the darker orange there. And you probably saw my updates yesterday on CWG.live. I took the opportunity in the PM update portion of the day, late afternoon and early evening. I kind of showed a county by county breakdown. We need, over the last 60 days, we've had a rainfall deficit in almost the entire region. And county by county, I was looking at the breakdown, and I put that at CWG.live for yesterday. 1 to 3 inches just to make up for the last 60 days of rainfall deficit. So even though this week we do see the chance for a half inch, if not an inch and a quarter of precipitation, especially in Maryland, point like north of the Potomac River, we still aren't going to be able to get rid of the drought anytime soon based on what I'm seeing. Hopefully we can get into lesser drought categories. D1 would be great instead of the current D2 that we're in. So we'll keep you posted. And luckily it's not growing season. That kind of mutes our awareness of any impacts hydrologically or agriculturally. But we will keep you posted, of course. Wind tomorrow is tame, and I don't think wind is really going to be a story this week. But do try and get outside during kind of the warm, tranquil weather, 50s if not low 60s for Monday and Tuesday. And then we were talking about this precipitation animation, how it's displaying one of the weather models, but only one, is hinting at some wintry mix, perhaps Wednesday into Wednesday night with rain. Most models are leaning rain right now, as is our official forecast, but sleet, freezing rain, and a few snowflakes can't be ruled out for Wednesday into Wednesday night, and even again Saturday. That's so far in the future that's hard to even talk about anything but generalities. So while we lean rain for these two storms, Wednesday and then again Saturday, just stay tuned to CWG.live as we get closer to these storms. We need to see a little bit more certainty in their tracks, their ultimate tracks near our area, before we have a better feeling about precipitation type. Clouds trying to behave themselves Monday and Tuesday, but looking pretty cloudy Wednesday, Thursday. A good deal of breaks and sunshine returns, I think, on Friday. And then again at the end of kind of the weekend, we could see another storm and clouds Saturday, maybe into Sunday as well. And again, 7 day rain amounts kind of modest overall, but we'll take it because the drought continues in the region. And forecasts right now think that the drought will persist, but gets a little bit better, a little lesser drought as we get toward growing season. So that's some decent news there. All right, let me show you that temperatures above here for next work week. We're talking about 8 days in the future, leaning below average precipitation has an even better chance, more moderate chance for leaning above average as well. So, we're lucky. If you're a snow lover, you're lucky to see something where the temperatures are leaning below average and precipitation leans above average. The signals continue to be there through the end of the month, but specifics remain elusive. We don't have any confidence to talk about specific storms and precipitation timings, amounts, and types just yet, but we'll keep you posted. And just as you saw in our February outlook that we put out recently at CWG.live, we expect a little bit of a stormier, maybe winterier second half of February. So this is our Sunday Sunset Live Q&A chat. I'm Camden Walker. Thanks for tuning in every week. I'm on the blog right now, cwg.live. I put up a post there where this is a direct live link for that. And I'm also on all four of our social media channels, Facebook, X, YouTube, and Instagram. Appreciate seeing you, Shima and Impilar and Denise and Bobert and Abran. Good to see you on Instagram. Let me make sure I've caught up on all my Instagram questions and comments before I check YouTube, Facebook, and X. Good to see all of you. And Johnny has a great humorous question about whether Pakistani Phil uses the Euro or the GFS American model. Right now, though, I love that the Farmer's Almanac and Pakistani Phil always give me some good entertainment this time of year. But yes, he did see a shadow today, and the entertainment is great, right? He predicts by seeing a shadow 6 more weeks of winter. We wrote all about that at cwg.live and washingtonpost.com/weather. So please check it out. And just remember, Puxatawny and the Farmer's Almanac, they are just pure entertainment purposes only, not scientifically based. But I still like to follow them. It's good for a laugh and good conversation starter as well. Mob Scene, thanks for tuning in. Cat Attack, Jam, and They Attack, and Erica, and Spencer, and Scooter. And Deidre, good to see you on Facebook. William, thanks so much for tuning in. You're most kind on Facebook. And on X, we've got Unconditional Flowers asking if we are done with 30s and 40s, and the answer is no. We do have a topsy-turvy week this week with the weather forecast at a glance is just above me, and details at cwg.live anytime you need us. At the very top, that's my PM updates, and I've updated the live forecast in the blog, but the animated temperatures for this week are below. We have a warm start, unconditional this week. And I want to answer your question that we do have 30s and 40s again. Wednesday and Saturday could be a little chilly, so don't write off 30s and 40s far too early in the DC area to write them off this year. And Steve, if I had to call it now for above or below average, I'm going to say maybe slightly above average snow levels by the time we're done with snow season at the very end of March into early April. And G on X is reminiscing about Groundhog Day. I love that. And David, I didn't see the latest on Potomac Phil this day for all the different rodents, animals, and I think there's a lobster in Maine as well. Does our entertaining predictions for the rest of the winter. Let's see. And David likes the green rain. Indeed, I hope we do get a lot of rain this week. But even though we're not expecting it, I want to keep the hope alive with rainfall over the next 7 days, a half inch, if not an inch and a quarter, north of the Potomac over the next 7 days. You know, every little bit counts. We are still in a severe drought in the dark orange in our region. So Karen, this is still a very chilly time of year. Not quite our chilliest time of year. I think low temperature averages have come up a little bit. But to your point, by February 21st, our average high temperature does get to 50 degrees again. So that's why when I look deeper into February, excuse me, a little bit of tea. When I look into next work week with these two maps, we do see kind of a lean for below average temperatures above here. And that's it's something to consider that, the relative benchmark of average is kind of creeping higher. By the end of the month, we're into the low 50s for average high temperatures. But for now, we're pretty safe at assuming there's a slight chance for snow as we get a little bit closer to the end of February. It's looking a little stormier, and we like this though, right? Leaning up below average for temperatures and above average precipitation. So keep your fingers crossed, snow lovers. All right. I swear there's a little bit of pollen around, and I need to probably start bringing that back into my reports about pollen levels in the DC area. But of course, for good times, we talked about on the blog today, Puxatawny Phil seeing a shadow, 6 more weeks of winter. Hopefully that keeps the pollen at bay just a little bit longer. I tell you, it's really good seeing all of you for our weekly Sunday Sunset Chat. I'm Camden Walker for the Capital Weather Gang. We're at cwg.live anytime you need us, and right now, I'm on all four of our social media channels: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and X. And Karen is looking forward to maybe some some tea and snow and Sonali. I don't think it's going to snow on Wednesday, but we can't rule out with the pretty decent rain chances where we could. Excuse me. There we go. We could see some wintry mix on Wednesday. Temperatures don't look great for accumulating wintry mix, but it could mix in with some of the rainfall at the end of the week. Wednesday, excuse me, and then again Saturday. Those are the two chances that some wintry mix comes in with the general lean toward rain chances for Wednesday and Saturday. But we'll keep you posted as we get closer to Wednesdays and Saturday's storm at cwg.live. And let's see, ice threats for Thursday morning, Chris. It is still there ever so slightly. We don't want to ring any alarm bells just yet, but freezing rain, sleet, a little bit of snow, and mainly rain are expected for Wednesday into Wednesday night. So we'll have to watch the temperatures very closely as we get closer to Wednesday night as well, Chris. So good to see you on Instagram, along with Diananis and Bria and Anvi and Muriel and Benz and DJs and Adi and Deakamda. All right, very good. I think Thursday afternoon might still be okay for a lunch outdoors. Thanks for tuning in at Capital City Mindset on X. Really good seeing you. I think we have to watch precipitation. Hopefully, it ends by Thursday afternoon, but it's currently expected to do so, Capital City. So, Karen, good to see you on YouTube. Glad you have something to look forward to, and I appreciate seeing all of you. This is my 20 minutes is now up. I can't believe how much time flew. Wind is not a major story this week, but slight breezes are around at times. And precipitation animation is just showing you rain is generally what we expect for Wednesday and Saturday, but those two storms still could have enough cold air around for freezing rain, sleet, even some snowflakes mixing in with the rain. Right now, we're not expecting any sort of big wintry event, but it could be nuisance and troublesome at times if we even just see a couple hours of below freezing conditions while rain is falling. That would qualify as freezing rain, and things after 15 minutes can turn pretty slippery. So we'll need to watch that for Wednesday into Wednesday night, and again Saturday and Saturday night. Skies lean brighter than not. Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. Those are kind of the sunnier days of this week. Rainfall amounts light to modest, but any little bit helps over the next 7 days. With still being in severe drought for some, maybe half of our region, I'd argue. And just a quick review of next work week. We're still watching those snow signals on the horizon. We're sometimes snow lovers here at the Capital Weather Gang at CWG.live. So a lean below average temperatures and a lean for above average precipitation. Could those ingredients come together into a more wintry storm next week? We'll let you know. But we're watching through the end of February. Maybe a stormier, more wintry pattern develops. But right now, Wednesday and Saturday should be mostly rain, but we're watching some wintry precipitation that could mix in and cause even just an hour or two of troubles in the DC area. So stay tuned to CWG Live as we get closer to Wednesday and Saturday. But overall, and I want you to enjoy the tranquil, fairly warm conditions on Monday and Tuesday of this week. All right, Camden Walker signing off for the Capital Weather Gang. I will see you. Programming note, I won't see you until President's Day. I'm going to attempt to take a break for next Sunday. I think the weather will allow. So a really brief break, and I will then see you on President's Day for the traditional one with some Monday holiday. We'll do a holiday Sunset Live Q&A chat on President's Day. So I will see you then in 2 weeks. And until then, please be well, stay safe, and I wish you good weather.